and we've been able to share thoughts, and I've been able to hear my youngest brother's thoughts, which is great, because normally I don't think he would talk to me about stuff like this.
After losing both her parents, Sandra thought she understood what grieving would feel like, but what followed surprised her. From complicated emotions to unexpected depression, her journey took a turn when she joined a group grief counseling session at Unison at Kerby Centre and convinced her brothers to come too, including her little brother, who had been their mom's caregiver.
My parents, and he's the youngest brother, so he lived with them, and I was a little bit concerned about my youngest brother because he had been their caregiver. So when I saw this group counseling, I was hoping I could get my youngest brother and my other brother, and I was really surprised when they did come. It's because I told them, I said, I'll pay for the grieving session. You have to become members, and if you come to each and every one, then I'm going to give you back that money. So instead of giving them if I paid for it in advance, they might not come, right? Yeah. So I said, if you come, then, and they've come. So I'm very happy about that. So I was really surprised on the first day when my brother Dennis texted me. He says, oh, we're both coming. I said, what? Both of you are coming? He says, yeah, Albert's with me. And I was so surprised. I was so happy. Actually, to tell you the truth, I was never close to my dad. So I thought when he passed that, I would be, kind of sad, but I was not prepared I went into a 6-month depression after he died. And I was trying to figure that out. And I finally figured that when you don't have a good relationship with someone who's passed, you mourn for the fact that you never had that good relationship, and then you don't have that chance anymore. The potential of ever having that relationship good is gone. And that you're kind of mourning that too. You're mourning the loss of the person that was difficult, but you're also mourning the fact that it can never be the way you wanted. So I was really unprepared for that. And but when my mom passed, because she knows I love her. We have a good relationship. I was better, but I kind of numbed myself because I tried not to feel, because I knew that if I felt, it would maybe cause problem. Well, sometimes you don't want to feel those feelings because they're not good feelings. But I knew that wasn't good. So then I was talking to people, and then someone told me about the Kerby Centre, and then I saw that there was a grieving groups counseling. I thought, oh, that'd be good, and maybe I should try to get my brothers to come in. So that was the reason why, and it's been very, very helpful, because I think a lot of us who are grieving, we tend to shut those emotions away, and because of that, I think it's hard. It's hard. Like I've had to ask the counselors how to process emotions, because usually I'm a person that tries not to feel anyway. And we've been brought up that way, right? In the Chinese culture. But it's something that I've learned to do in the counseling sessions. Yeah.
You said I tried to shut. When your mom passed, you were like, I'm gonna shut myself down. How do you?
Not consciously, but I think I did it. Yeah, not consciously,
yeah.
But I think I did it because I was really sad. But when I felt sadness, I tried to distract myself, and I was very busy that year doing lots of things because I didn't want to feel, and I think that's part of it. Like you distract yourself because you don't want to feel. So I knew that wasn't healthy, and so that's why I sort of sought and it was sort of like it was so funny. It's sort of like a godsend because you have it, and it's funny how you sometimes are thinking about something, and then there's something that's offered, and you just have to make sure that you take those opportunities.
The benefits of group counseling are amazing because you will have other people in that space and time who may be in similar situations than you, maybe not exact, but it makes you feel like your experience is not something you have to tackle on your own by yourself, and that other people are going through the same thing, and a lot of resources and support can be kind of shared within that group setting. And you can also feel like you can share what you've learned for other people. So it makes you feel less alone. And I also think it develops confidence and capacity in your own grieving process. Well, then individual group counseling could be something that is also helpful. It's important to try and access care or assistance when you are realizing maybe that it is becoming a bit overwhelming, or you feel like you may be socially isolating from friends and family that you were previously kind of involved with, because isolation is something that sometimes happens when people feel extra vulnerable and they don't want to burden other people. I hear that a lot. You don't want to burden other people, or you feel that other people might not understand. So it's really important to, instead of socially isolate, to reach out and connect with maybe an individual counselor or group program. Yeah. There can be. I think that every person's relationship with the person who has passed away will be different. Even within same families, siblings can have totally different experiences of parents, for example. So it may be helpful. It may be helpful also to maybe have individual sessions for those people as well.
I think my brother Dennis has always been quite open about his feelings, but I think Albert has been able to articulate what he feels. Because before, he would never probably have any conversation with me about how he feels about them passing. I was quite surprised by some of his comments. So just the fact that he said it took him 2 weeks. 2 weeks he was really, really upset. Then he said he had come to accept my mom's death like 2 weeks after. I don't know if he's totally but he kind of acknowledges to himself that there was a 2 week thing where he was just so bereft that he couldn't cope with anything.
In terms of the counseling again, did you build relationships with the other people inside the group too?
Yes.
Is that part of it?
Yes.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Yes, I think so, because we give each other support, and sometimes when people are feeling down, we say to them, we feel that. We feel the exact same thing, and you're validated to feel that way. Because one of the thoughts that one of the other people participating had was, she sometimes doesn't know what to answer back to people when they say, oh, how are you? Is everything good now? Like, of course it's not, because it's in flux. So the counselors came up with some comments that we could say back, so that we could honor our own feelings, but also honor theirs, so that they don't feel offended. Because it's true, a lot of people don't know what to say when you've lost someone. So even if they said something, that means they care. So we can't take it the negative way. But yeah, that was one of the things that we said. Sometimes we feel like their comments aren't they don't sit well with us. But I think it's been really good, this group counseling, because we built a community, and I'm glad they're having ongoing peer support for us, because then we can still meet, and we've made friends. So yeah.
That's so sweet that you made friends throughout this.
Yes, I think that it's been such a great gift to us. Well, for us, first of all, for me and my two brothers to experience this together, but even for if I had come alone, I still think it would be good, because I think sometimes you think that you're the only one going through this, and there's so many people that are going through it, and to have two psychologists kind of moderating the conversation really, really helped us, and also helped us steer us to, I guess, answers that we wanted, and also healthier choices, I guess. Yeah. So I think that it has been very, 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 very good for us.
If you're in a setting with a family, like say siblings, it's good to kind of explore how that's affected this family system, how your roles have changed maybe within the family, what observations you're having about the impact on the family system. That's good within a counseling session where you have multiple individuals from the family. I think the individual sessions would be helpful in unpacking the maybe different or disparate experiences of that person that maybe your sister or brother or aunt or uncle or whoever may not really understand and be able to relate to. And so if you share that within a setting and become vulnerable and share that experience and you're discounted within that, that's really not going to help you.
Well, I think it's made me see my brother that just not like my youngest brother that's kind of like always annoying. And my other brother's annoying. I see that they, I see them as individuals, and I think that's important. I think all the time, but it's true, because when we have those roles from childhood, you kind of fall into those roles. I mean, when you get together, you still fall into those roles, and that's why they kind of know your buttons and they push it. But really, to be able to get to know them as individuals has been really enlightening for me. Yeah.
Do you think you keep in touch with the other people?
Oh yes, we will, because we talked about this peer support. We're gonna try to do that, because it's the first, I think they said the first and last Friday for anybody who's gone through the group counseling. We will be able to meet up, and I'm gonna ask them when.
If you've lost a loved one, Unison at Kerby Centre offers a 9-week group counseling program that will help you rediscover yourself after loss and learn skills to start enjoying your best life again. The in-person program helps you heal and reconnect after a loss in a safe and empathetic setting and is facilitated by City University Master of Counseling interns.
I didn't actually think that he would come. So I think it's been great that he's been able to come and to voice some of his comments and stuff like that. It's been really great, because normally I don't think he would.
Yeah.
He would think I don't need it.
There's probably a lot of that. Right?
Yeah, but me and my brother Dennis thought of all the people, he probably needed more than the two of us, because he doesn't usually talk about his feelings.